Let's look at some examples of how people are using AI in STEM. These are just some things I've come across that kind of caught my attention. So here's one where they are looking at sequences of DNA, like the A's, G's, C's, and T's, seeing which ones code for a different amino acid than would usually be there, which is related to mutations, and then saying how might that affect how the protein made based on those DNA instructions ends up folding, and the folding of a protein affects how it functions or doesn't function. There's this famous AI to predict how a protein will fold called AlphaFold, and this is a variant of that. So that's some pretty important stuff in biology and medicine. Here's a biology paper where these researchers trained an AI to act like a principal investigator, which is usually what we call the human in charge of a study, and then also trained AI to act like an immunologist, trained another AI to act like a machine learning or AI specialist, trained another AI to act like a computational biologist, and then had kind of team meetings between these various AIs as if they were people having team meetings, all with the goal of making some sort of antibody-like things to bind on to a virus. So that was pretty interesting. Here's a paper that I'm actually co-author on. We have a microscope or transmission electron microscope image of the inside of a yeast cell. It's a 2D slice of a 3D thing. And there's these lumps inside it called autophagic bodies. And we want to know how many there are and how big they are. So we could have someone sit down and like outline each one, but it would be nice to have an AI do that for us. So this person was an undergrad here, and she helped train an AI, and we were comparing it to how to what the human did, and we're getting these outlines, and that's actually the course logo for our course in Canvas. Moving from biology to engineering, one of my friends in the math department had a long career for the Michigan Department of Transportation as a bridge engineer for highway overpasses and such. And he attended a talk about using AI in civil engineering. This is one of the slides from it. I can send you the whole slide deck if you're interested. So they're doing things like sensing whether a bridge component is making creaking sounds that indicate that it's in danger, or are they just normal creaking sounds? Um, Here's a paper done about fire resistance prediction and earthquake safety and such. This person is currently a visiting professor at Eastern, so if you're interested in this paper, you could go talk to them. Looking at some medicine things, automated AI analysis of electrocardiograms, pretty important stuff, trying to detect various diseases from that. And then here's one I just came across where they're looking at someone's EKG, again, electrocardiogram, their leg movements, how much they're snoring, how much airflow they have, their blood oxygen level, and trying to predict whether they have this disease or that disease. So they're taking data traces like this, feeding it into what's called a neural network, and they're saying it does a pretty good job predicting things like myocardial infarction, which is basically heart disease, chronic kidney disease, even dementia. So some pretty amazing stuff going on with AI here. Now, anytime we read an amazing paper like that, we should keep two big things in mind, at least two. We can't trust that the AI will do the right thing all the time, right? They need rigorous testing. We want to quantify their success rate, like 82% accurate or something, and maybe some better, like false positive, false negative, more informative things. And if the AI was trained on a data set that comes from a machine from this manufacturer, that doesn't mean it'll do a good job on this other machine from this other manufacturer. And there have been examples where AI got fooled by just the switch between machines. So that's one thing we have to keep in mind with basically any AI study. Also, just because a particular AI study used AI or a particular AI setup doesn't mean that's the best way to do it. Maybe there was a simpler way. Maybe there was a way that would have been more accurate. So we have to keep that in mind pretty much all the time when we're doing this stuff.